before, I know the lies. I've been here before, I've seen the sky fall. The sky fall on me. The waves are coming up, they paralyze. The fear is breaking in, it's no surprise, no. But it tries though. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. No turning back. No turning back. Where do we go from here? Look in my eyes. There's a spark that we don't need to hide, no. Don't hide it, no. Yeah, bullets in the gun, we pay the price. We must overcome, it's time to rise up. Rise up. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. No turning back. No, we're not turning back. Hypocrites try to get up on me. Demons come, they'll try to harm me. Try to hide, but I think they saw me. But I ain't giving up, no, no. My real friends, they all know the flaw in me. Hit the text, say me, can you call me? Here I go, new day upon me. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we
Race
Thanks for the fuck, Noah.
number 5 of the Shake and Bake Cup Series, Season 3 from the sunny state. Well, not really sunny right now as we are racing tonight under the lights once again. Hello everybody, welcome back to Shake and Bake Sim TV. My name is Dwayne Crespo, also known as Vibes on YouTube. I'm your broadcaster and commentator, and tonight, like we said, Race 5 live tonight
18 pitting in the top.
from Homestead Miami Speedway. Getting ready to go for a 200-mile race, 135 laps. For the South Beach 200, drivers were given the idea tonight to wear their most beachy slash summer-themed scheme. So we're gonna see some drivers out there with some beach schemes and some summer schemes on display here tonight. This is our first paint schemed based race, with the next one being a
33
Charlotte.
pitting out.
So it's gonna be very, very fun to see. And Egremont there hitting the pit wall. That's amazing. I was not expecting that to happen. But here we go. We're just getting a practice under wraps here at Homestead Miami, as we're getting ready to go racing. Back-to-back night races here. Next week will be a big race though, with race 6 at Martinsville, tackling our first short track, or first less than a mile short track for that matter. As practice now comes to an end, getting ready to get qualifying started here.
Good luck, boys.
Alrighty. Here we go. Getting ready to go. Qualifying here from Homestead. Underway. It is amazing already. 5th race of the season already. Felt like we just started this season yesterday. But round 5 is already here. Let's see what Homestead has in store for us this season. This was the championship finale in Season 2, where Davin Thornhill was able to pick up the Season 2 Cup Series Championship. We're going to see what Homestead has for the drivers here in race 5, as Kansas, it's now the championship race. Gino Zito, first one to put a time on the board. It's a 32.66. Obviously, that will be provisional pull for now, but not quick enough, as Christopher Barries will already top him with a 32.52. Noah Lane just 0.01 seconds short of pole, as qualifying is already officially underway with all outlaps done. Of course, like always on ovals, 2 laps each. A 5-minute timer on the board. Noah Lane, your race winner last week at Las Vegas. He's coming off a visit to Victory Lane. Let's see what he brings up here in Miami. Can he top Barries? No, he cannot. He's going to have to stay in P2 for now, but it will be Michael Egremont to the top of the leaderboard with a 32.48. Michael is now the guy to beat. Does anyone have something for him? And I believe that will be it. Everyone already got qualifying underway. Oh, Harold Wilson still hasn't put on the time. Wilson trying to set up a time here. It's only him and Dominic Luba that have yet to set a time here in Miami. How will the standings and quali look after this? Wilson, P9. is all he can manage for now. He does still have the second lap available, it seems. Green sector off 1 and 2. Now through 3 and 4. Does he have what it takes to go to a pole position on an oval? Off of 4 to the line. Wilson cannot get it. Does not improve. And he is going to have to stay in P9. Luba,
Second pole this season for me. Let's try to convert it to something good.
A time, and it will be Michael Egermont who grabs his second pole position of the Shake and Bake Cup Series. It is pole for the number 2 Chevrolet of Taser Racing here at Homestead, Miami. What a lap time, a 32.48. As let's see if this is over. Let's get this party rolling.
Yes.
Hold on, we gotta see if Matthew's gonna make it or not.
Good luck to you all.
Alrighty, qualifying done here at Homestead Miami. Let's go over our starting grid before we get race number 5 of the season started. It will be Michael Egermont in the number 2 Chevrolet for Taser Racing, grabbing his second pole position of the season. Christopher Barris
Matthew won't make
had a
it.
very fast car.
Dwayne, Matthew
on
will
P2.
not be racing this race, unfortunately.
Barris had a very fast car at Phoenix, DNF'd, not a very good result at Las Vegas, but he is going to start from P2. Noah Lane, again, coming from the race win at Las Vegas. He's going to start P3 as Gino Cito in 4th, Carter Brockmeyer 5th, Heath Williams in 6th. Row 4, Stefan Wagner coming back here at race 5. He was absent for some races. And now he will be back to try and put his number 10 Chevrolet, also from Taser Racing, up into victory lane. Alongside of him is going to be Adam Snyder. Snyder and Egermont, what a comeback they made last week at Las Vegas. From bottom results to a P2 and P3, finishing in the top 3. What a comeback that was. Row number 5, it's going to be Harold Wilson, P9. Alongside him, it's going to be Charlie Jones, and rounding off the grid here at Homestead, it's going to be Davin Thornhill, P11, Dominic Luba, all the way at the back of the grid, did not get a qualifying time in. As the drivers will come down pit road here to test their speed. We're going to go double file then once again, and Michael Egermont will go and hit the pit barrier. That is going to be very, very damaging. That is not what you want. Oh, no. And he is going to have some damage already. That is not going to be good. But here we go. Hopefully he can get back in it. Will he have damage to repair? I believe he is going to come down pit road, fix the damage. That is not what you want to see to start this race. The pole sitter hitting the pit barrier there as they come into pit lane. Race control will extend the formation lap. But oh man, that is a tough start for Michael Argamont. Every driver has 2 fast repairs at their disposal. It is yet another mile and
what do
a
we do?
half.
Do we just wait for him to get back up here?
Black clear as well, please.
Here we go as we begin.
Do I move to the outside there, Dwayne, or do I let him have a spot back? Copy. Thank you.
So what happened is, when Michael hit him, his tire went kaput for a second.
Here we go. Race 5 gonna go underway here at Homestead Miami Speedway. 135 laps, 200 miles of racing around this mile-and-a-half track. And we are green flag from Homestead Miami, and there's already a caution. Heath Williams into the back on the restart. What has happened there? Did not get on the gas. And we already have an incident on lap 1. Not even coming out of the start.
Black flag clear, please.
Wow, Heath Williams just lost it there. I think he got wheel spin, or he got hit from behind. We're going to take a replay of that real quickly, but oh my. On the first lap of this race, and the first caution will already fly here at Homestead. Let's take a quick replay of what happened there. What exactly happened? Looks like he just lost it. Heath Williams on that number 1 DeWalt Ford for Jet Lucky Motorsports. Currently P2 in the standings, 2-time race winner here with his wins at the Daytona 250 and his win at Phoenix. What has happened there? Let's see. That is Gino Zito in front of him in the 77. I don't think there's contact. I think he just lost it. Got rear wheel spin there on the restart. Hits Jones. Barely a scratch on Snyder. Just a tough start to the two-time race winner. And he's going to come into pit road to fix that. Adam Snyder also on pit road here. I was not expecting the race to kick off like that. And especially not a mistake from Heath Williams. Anything can happen to any driver at any given moment. That just proved it right there. So we're gonna restart as almost as it was there on the starting grid. It's gonna be Michael Egermont P1, Barry's P2. He's gonna quickly switch up and go to the inside. Quick switch there from Brockmeyer at the line. Quickly avoided a penalty there. Let's see if we can get to a proper start at this time by. We're going to be restarting at, I believe, around lap 4 or
Hey,
lap
Dwayne,
5.
did I make that?
Let's see if he did. Did he make that switch in time?
Because I know I was extremely close to it, so.
Did he make it in time? On the inside. Quickly drives the car to the outside. He will make it. Wow. Last minute decision for Carter Brockmeyer will pay off. But let's see here how we go. We're going to get it started here once again at Homestead. It's time to shake it and bake it, and we are green flag once again. Oh, what has happened there? Another bad start. Barry's Egermont. Another bad start there. This time it was Egermont and Barry's getting into it. Rear wheel spin again. That is just unreal. That cannot happen. The top two on qualifying are gonna take each other out. What happened there? That's gonna be the second caution on the start of this race. I really did not expect this to go that way. Dominic Luba gonna come into pit lane. Wagner gonna come into pit lane. Egermont is obviously gonna come down pit road now as well. Oh my. You cannot afford to make mistakes like that, especially at the opening stages of this race. It's going to be Noah Lane now in control of the start. As we're going to take a replay there in just a minute. There's Egermont and Barry. Snow Lane gets through. Stefan Wagner with a big hit. He has a blown engine. What has happened there? Second caution of the race, and it will be at the start once again. Let's see here. Egermont looks like he's just late to the gas. Noah Lane ends up rear-ending him, causes him to go to the right, hits Barry's, and everything from there just runs its course. Barry's loses it, impact to the number 2. Lane barely misses it, was so close to Egermont hooking his right rear, and Stefan Wagner just unfortunately there for the collision. Nothing he could do there for the number 10. Oh, I believe Luba got some front end damage there as well with the number 2. Well, what a start to this race it was. As we're getting ready to kick it off once again. Egermont will be a lap down. Dominic Luba will be a lap down. So will Wagner. Wagner has the meeple flag still being shown on pit road. Baris manages to still be ahead on the lead lap. Absolutely surreal. Well, we're going to come to the restart zone here for the 3rd time. 2nd restart, 3rd start overall. But here we go, coming to the restart once again. We're green flag for the 3rd time at Homestead, and this time it's a much, much better start. Harold Wilson almost made it 3 wide there. Now we're officially underway racing here. Brockmeyer Lane side by side. Oh, Baris with a hit on the pit wall. Or sorry, on the outside wall there. Here comes Gino Zito. To the inside. Zito, who had a good run at Vegas. And I'm pretty sure he had also a pretty decent run at Phoenix. Now to the race lead. Gets past Lane on the outside. And just like Vegas, Homestead...
Can I get a black flag clear, please?
Homestead is also a track where the top lane is going to be very, very favorable. Not as high as a banking as Las Vegas, but it's still going to produce some good racing here tonight. And Baris and Williams already hooked up together here. This is what we saw from Jet Lucky Motorsports. The teammate and the teamwork between these two has been unstoppable. Jet Lucky Motorsports just, I believe, 7 points behind from taking the lead in the team championship standings. What an outstanding duo this has been here in Season 3. And Brockmeyer looks like he's about to get a piece of Noah Lane here. The teammates going side by side through 3 and 4. Brockmeyer, can he clear him here on the inside? Looks like he won't be able to clear him yet, and Baris is lurking there right behind. Noah stays in P2 for now. Brockmeyer, of course, still trying to fight the position. And you can see there those summer and beach schemes coming into play here at Homestead. Moves to the outside. Baris is now the one having a look down to the inside of Brockmeyer. Won't have enough to clear Lane, actually. I think he has to run here. He's a big run out of turn 4. Won't be enough to clear Lane, and he won't be blocking Brockmeyer here. He's going to move on into the top 3 safely. Heath Williams looking to go right behind him. Side-by-side action already. You love to see it. But again, there's proof of that top lane being so favorable in these mile-and-a-half ovals, as Heath Williams gonna take a pass here on his own teammate around the outside as well. And we go single file as everyone is now starting to run that outside lane. Gino Zito, it's a 2-second gap. Or sorry, a 1-second gap, roughly, between him and Noah Lane. Brockmeyer closing in on his teammate. Heath Williams and Baris rounds off the top 5. Then it's Wilson, Snyder, Thornhill, and Jones. Dominic Luba and Michael Egermont a lap down, and it sucks to see it for Michael Egermont, the pole sitter, over a lap down. Not a great start for Taser Racing. Stefan Wagner, if he can get the fixes done in time, we still unsure how he's doing on pit road, but as of right now, he is already out of this race. And it looks to me like we're about to get some 2-on-2 action here. Baris and Williams against Brockmeyer and Noah Lane. We have ourselves a little bit of Jet Lucky Motorsports versus RBA Racing. Ford versus Toyota. We'll see how it unfolds here. And you're going to see a lot of that here at this racetrack. Knacks and bumps on the outside wall here and there. Brockmeyer on the rear of Noah Lane, trying to go around him on the high lane. Round turns 1 and 2. Will he be able to get it? Still there. Looked like they were almost about to touch. Brockmeyer will get him. Carter back into P2. And once you're running that high line, you also want to make sure that you do not wall ride. That's going to heavily impact the right side. That may or may not give you body damage. It can also give you wheel damage, which is what you definitely do not want. Especially if no cautions fly. You're going to have to lose a pit stop and lose track position there under the green flag. And while not as effective here as other tracks per se, like Darlington, Dirty Air, still going to play a big factor here. Heath Williams now in the back of Noah Lane. He's trying to sneak into the top 3 already at the early stages of this race. And there you go. A little bit of a bump draft there as both Toyotas were into the outside wall. Here comes Heath Williams. He looks like he has a run here on the 33. He's going to go around the inside of turn 1 and 2. Can he get him here? They almost touch doors. Lane stays ahead by inches. That's some good racing right there. And Gino Zito looking very dominant already. A 1 second plus advantage over Brockmeyer. It's very early in the race, but he looks like he's ready to close things out. Gino Zito, 2 race wins to his name here in the Shake and Bake Cup Series. Season 1, short track win at Bristol. I believe that was round number 2. And then he got his second win last season in Talladega. So he also has a super speedway win to his name. Unfortunately, the Talladega win was not enough to put him into the championship 4. He ended up, if I'm not mistaken, P6 in the final standings of season 2. As we're going to see Noah Lane here trying to go around the inside of his teammate slash team owner. And won't be able to work out. Heath Williams going to have a piece of the 33 here once again. Ooh, a little bit of a bump there. Oh, and he goes around. Can he save it? He does. What a save by Noah Lane. Goes sideways out of turn 2 and manages to keep that Toyota going. But he's going to lose some positions here. Christopher Barries now going to go around his inside. What a save, though, by the Las Vegas race winner. And we've seen that all the time with the Fords at Jet Lucky Motorsports, especially from Heath Williams with his bump and run game. And there it was once again. Heath Williams, bump and run. Maybe not as soft as he anticipated it to be. He's going to cause Noah to go sideways, but somehow manages to recover it. There's always going to be at least one crazy save per race. We saw it with Egremont last week at Vegas. There we have it there with Noah Lane here at Homestead. He's going to try and take P4 away from Christopher Barris here. Meanwhile, Heath Williams managed to get into the top 3 now. Whoop, now he has another Toyota in his obstacle from a P2. And then it will be a Chevrolet. Heath Williams on the front stretch. Can he get him down on the inside lane? Still not quite clear yet. About a quarter of a car length. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the South Beach 200, race number 5 of season 3 of the Shake and Make Cup Series. Battle for P2. Heath Williams will take it here going into lap 30. Or sorry, lap 29, I should say. As we still have a massive fight for P4. Noah Lane will get past the 91 Ford of Christopher Barnes. Adam Snyder also back in it now on the midfield after being in the back. Dominic Luba now as well. I know he's a lap down, but still pretty fast car in his hands. And Snyder past the inside, clean and easy overtake on the 91. And he almost looked like he was trying to make it another one. Christopher Barris here, losing some pace, slowly losing positions. And that is not what you want. Adam Snyder, another clean overtake pass on the inside, out of turn 4 this time. He's going to move up to P4. And we talked about Snyder. What a comeback he did at Las Vegas with Michael Egremont. Got a P3, his best result yet of the Cup Series. And he's already looking to make this yet again another great result and another great points day for the 36 Chevrolet of Bottom Split Bandits. Williams already created a gap between him and Brockmeyer. Now the question is, will he be able to make up and close the gap between him and Gino Zito for the lead? And Snyder is closing in fast. Look at that Chevrolet go. He's gonna take a dip here down the inside. Was not able to get it on the stretch. He's gonna look for it here in the corners. And he has been doing an awesome job on the passes on the inside lane, and he's gonna do it once again. The third overtake on the inside for Adam Snyder, and that will move him past Brockmeyer into the top 3. And here comes Harold Wilson. He's trying to make a name for himself here at Miami. He's passed Carter Brockmeyer as well, and now Brockmeyer having the same issues as Christopher Barries. He's losing a ton of pace and a ton of positions here. If the green flag stays, no cautions, gotta be very aware of your tire wear. And also gotta be very aware of your fuel, but tire wear especially, going on the inside like that, that is gonna absolutely deplete your tires. Noah Lane, after leading the race, dropped down to P5. He is going to get past his team owner, Brockmeyer. Tough break now for him. That is the 4th straight position lost. Passed by Williams, Snyder, Wilson, now Lane. He's also losing a ton of positions quickly. Harold, P4, your race winner from Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Round 2 ended his season-long drought of going winless. However, he has not yet won on an oval. Both of his race wins coming in form of road courses. First race win all the way back in season 1 with round 4 at Watkins Glen. When will it be the day that the 83 will see victory lane on an oval for the first time, as Adam Snyder closed the gap on Heath Williams? And they all seem to be closing the gap on that 77 as well. But Adam Snyder can 4th time and be the charm. He's going to have to try and go for another lap. Won't be able to get him there out of turn 4. Tries again. Going for his 4th straight pass on the inside, but we've seen the number 1, Williams. An incredible driver so far. Continues to take the dive down to the inside and may just be the one to get him. Adam Snyder, they're going to go side by side. Coming out of the corner, not enough to block him. Can he get it here? Round turn 2, he will, in fact, get a 4th straight pass on the inside by Adam Snyder. He has moved up into the runner-up position in the form of P2. All that's left is Gino Zito on the race lead. How strong he has been looking. We have not seen dominance from Gino Zito this much in a while. But again, Snyder has to be very careful. Constant dives to the inside like that is gonna deplete your tire wear a lot. And again, if there is no yellow flags, you're gonna have to make quick pit stops under the green. Harold Wilson gonna try to imitate his teammate. round the inside of Heath Williams. He is trying to get himself into the top 3. Can he get it done? Out of turn 2 in the same corner that his teammate did, Harold Wilson gets past Williams into the top 3. Same team, same move on the same turn. Would you look at that? You think that Bottom Split Bandits had this coordinated? Well, I would not blame you, Cuttis, because it is currently a 1-2-3 for Bottom Split Bandits. And Snyder has closed the gap a lot. Snyder fighting for the lead now. Gino Zito gets the lead taken away. Adam Snyder, 5th constant pass on the inside, and we have ourselves a new race leader here at Homestead. And we have our first sets of drivers coming into pit road. Brockmeyer coming in, Bari's coming in. The ones that started to fade pretty quickly now gonna come into pit road. What a run Adam Snyder has been on. Charlie Jones also gonna take a trip down pit road. There you saw a glimpse of him there in the number 3 Chevrolet for Taser Racing. Oh, and Brockmeyer just got comms from race control car to Brockmeyer. Penalty for speeding on pit road. That is going to set him back quite a lot. Harold Wilson past Cito. He's going to be into P2 now. Gino Cito just focusing on running the high lane to prevent tire wear from going haywire. Michael Egermont will take a trip down pit road now as well. And the pit road here at Homestead is a little bit tricky. Gotta be very careful with it coming out of turn 4. Heath Williams into pit road as well. Everyone taking trips down pit road. As we are quickly approaching lap 50. When will Bottom Split Bandits make their stops? Got very, very quiet here. Everyone going single file. Everyone rejoining from pit road, getting comfortable once again, merging into the traffic, forming their lane. The top 3 still have not come in, but they're all teammates, so we'll see if they have a strategy involved here. Then again, they don't necessarily have to listen to team orders. We'll see how each driver takes their strategy here. Noah Lane up to P4. I believe he is not pitted as well. Meanwhile, Heath Williams, who has pitted, gonna go around him. But he is, of course, a lap down. Only 5 cars on the lead lap. And that is, of course, the ones who have not yet pitted. Thornhill, Lane, Zito, Wilson, Snyder. Who will be the one to budge first. As now, look at the gap that's been put on between every Chevy from BSB. 2-second gap between Snyder and Wilson. 2-second gap between Wilson and Zito. Lap 52. Only 2 cautions so far under the lights here at Homestead Miami Speedway for 6 laps each. 3 lead changes so far in this race. Of course, Adam Snyder, your current race leader, as we are approaching lap 53. Who out of the top 5 will be the one to budge first? Still no one after all those pit stops. And there we go, as we say that, Devin Thornhill going to come into pit road. Oh, and it looks like he had a little bit of a scramble there going into pit road as well. That might cost him some time. Only 4 remain on the lead lap. Who will be the next one to budge? Just tuning in, make sure to like and subscribe to keep on with the action of Season 3 here in the Shake and Bake Cup Series. We've had an incredible last 2 seasons, and this one looks to be no different. 5 races in already out of 20. Of course, the first 15 being regular season, the final 5 being in the playoffs, aka the hunt for the cup, which under the new format, it's going to be very interesting to see how everything turns out. Still, out of the 4 on the lead lap, no one has budged just yet. Adam Snyder, 14 laps led already. 5 consecutive moves on the inside to make it all the way to the race lead. He has been looking so strong after that performance at Vegas. And he is looking to grab some back markers here and put them another lap down. And this will cost him to go out of the loop here, as they have still not come into pit road. But 2 laps down, once they come in, that will put you a lap down. He's got some catching up to do. If you are one of the 4, when is the time where you say, you've got to come in, get those fresh set of tires, refuel, get ready to go here on that second stint. And a caution here would be absolutely bizarre. Approaching here, the halfway point of this race. Let's go into our first segment here with the Shake and Bake Crank It Up presented by Logitech. Take it away. Taker out of the top four. Gino Zito clearing the pit road. Harold's going to come into pit lane. Only one left. There we go. He's coming in. Adam Snyder will be the final one to complete the cycle here, and now everyone back on the lead lap. This is where things are going to get interesting here. Heath Williams, who after the pit window and the pit cycle has the lead, gonna make it around the track here, and he's gonna get Adam Snyder for the lead here. Heath Williams, your new race leader here at Homestead, planned the strategy out perfectly. And the first pit window, first pit cycle officially completed. 6 drivers on the lead lap. Still a couple lap down. Heath Williams will be your new race leader here as Adam Snyder will try to catch him once again. Snyder, he passed a lot of cars. He put some drivers down a lap while he still hasn't pitted to mess up their pit cycle. If you're in that 36 right now, was that the right move? Was that the right strategy call? As you're now going to have to chase down Heath Williams. And that is a 5-second gap between yourself and race lead. You got Harold Wilson there. So we might see some teammate on teammate action. Catch up back to the number 1 car. Gino Zito way behind. Massive gap from P4 in the top 3 leaders. And if it stands right now, if a caution were to be waived, it would be Charlie Jones who gets the free pass to get back on the lead lap. Lane, Egremont, Rottweiler, they're going to have to hope that everyone comes into pit road, which won't happen. It was very less likely to happen as everyone already has gone through the pit cycle, so it looks like they're going to have to wait for their wave rounds. No stages means a lot more strategy planned into the green flag pit stops. And you can already see the impact that strategy has played in this race. Just slightly above the halfway point. This race was going to come down to all strategy. You're not really racing the track here. You are racing your own car. See the tire wear, save the fuel, try to go all the way. Try to get your car to go the long distance. As Luba, big scratch there on the outside wall. Harold Wilson still trying to go past that 18. Having slight issues with back markers. Whoop, he's going to get those issues quickly resolved there. Past Dominic Luba. goes to the 83. Dominic, of course, gonna still fight it. What a run on the inside. Obviously, Luba trying to stop himself from going more laps down. Great pass on the inside there. Michael Egermont, number 2 AAA, coming down pit road once again. It's going to be, I believe, his 3rd stint of the race. Had some issues, obviously, there at the restarts. The pole sitter damage on the second caution with Christopher Boris to Stefan Wagner. Wagner, big impact. Blown engine. Unfortunate DNF from him. As Luba will get 1 position there for Egermont being on pit road. He will go more laps down here. Having a good fun back and forth here between P3 and P10. Still there trying to fight it. About 60% of this race down, and Dominic Luba gonna go now down pit road. So Egermont might take back his position here inside the top 10. So many drivers that were doing good at the beginning of this race just didn't get the strategy quite down there. Noah Lane was one of them. After leading their race and being there at the front, sits now P8. A lap down out of the cycle, so he is genuinely a lap down here. Gino Cito, another one of those. He's still on the lead lap, but he is 14 seconds behind the leader. That is a 10-second gap between him and Harold Wilson, P3. Carter Brockmeyer, P9, going to come down pit road. I believe this is going to be his 2nd stint of the race. What an absolute strategy call it has been so far here at Homestead. We saw this too last season in the championship race, but it wasn't this extreme. Stages obviously helped a lot. Man, how different would that race have been without stages? Brockmeyer coming out of pit road now. He's behind the P3. Still, unfortunately, a lap down for him. And it has been tough for Carter Brockmeyer. A great first season. Season 2, after the injury, everything changed. Obviously, was not able to get his pace back up that quickly. Was able to make the playoffs. Unfortunately, knocked out of the championship four by Charlie Jones. Ever since then, he has been trying to get back on the winning circle at the top of the podium back here in the Cup Series, and has unfortunately yet to do so. He has gone from a front runner to a midfielder, averaging about P5, P6 an average finish. So he has definitely been struggling a little bit per se, but he's trying his absolute best to catch up back to how he was in season 1. But that injury, that injury looked like it definitely changed a part of him. As Adam Snyder, what can you say about this man? Passed Heath Williams for the race lead. And just when you think the gap was there, the gap is non-existent. In the blink of an eye, Adam Snyder, same move that he did for Williams. He goes back to the race lead on lap 91. Now going to lap 92, does Heath Williams have a response? Snyder definitely looking like the man to beat here at Homestead Miami. And Williams, who has also had an incredibly fast car, don't get me wrong, but that 36 is pushing that Chevrolet to its absolute limits. We were speaking about Noah Lane earlier. He's going to come down pit road now. That's going to be about his second or third stint. Gino Zito going to come down pit road. That will be his second stint. And look how different those strategies has been there on your right-hand side. It's been absolutely phenomenal. And Snyder already trying to put a second gap between him and Heath Williams. And now in the position of Williams here, you've fallen for the move twice now. What can you do differently to try and overtake that 36? He has just been running his top lane just like Zito did, just trying to conserve those tires. Snyder has just been pushing that needle on the inside. Will we see yet again another new first-time race winner? Back-to-back first-time race winners. Have we had that happen before? I don't think we had. This would be the first time that we would have back-to-back first-time race winners if Snyder wins this race. In just his third Cup Series start. Here comes Harold Wilson. This is a fight for second place, and he's got it. Out of turn 4, Harold Wilson into P2, and it's a 1-2 for bottom split bandits. team owner now has to try and catch up to one of his own. Gino Zito also making some moves up into P4. Still a lap down, of course, as the cycle's not been completed. Heath Williams gonna take a trip to pit road now, and only the top 2 Chevrolets will be on the lead lap. What a performance so far, though, by bottom split bandits. Gino Zito might actually get Williams here on pit road to make it a 1-2-3 once again. I believe he has to come around one more lap to get that position, but it's going to be very, very tough now. Williams out of pit road. Just too much of a gap there between Zito and Williams. Will not be able to get him. And it's now, once again, up to the top 2 here. Again, I'll say it again. What a night so far for bottom split bandits. They are actually currently your team championship leaders in the standings. Just 7 points ahead of Jet Lucky Motorsports in second. But what a night it has been for them and Team Chevy. As we have officially 35 laps to go. Still, none of the top 2 have come into pit road. And like happened last time with Heath Williams, pitting early. The lead can change in the blink of an eye. And look at Williams there right behind. And he has pitted. Remember, he has pitted. The other 2 have not yet. And even though he's 1 lap behind, he is still right there, ready to take over the positions as soon as either the 83 or the 36 come into pit lane. The question is, who will be the one to come in first? As we're getting ready to close things out here at Homestead Miami Speedway, let's go into some shake and bake, crank it up action presented by Logitech. 20 laps to go here at Homestead. And as the laps start to tick down, first of all, Harold Wilson has closed in the gap on his teammate by a lot, and you see it right there. He was looking for a pass, and he's still looking for one. Battle for the lead here, but the next thing I was going to say was, as the laps start to tick down, how much of a possibility do you think it is that these two, they're done? They do not need to come down pit road. They have planned their strategy perfectly, and they can actually go the distance to finish this race without going on another stint. See, at first I thought that was impossible, but now the possibility is looking very, very prominent here. What are the chances? These two have planned it perfectly. They don't have to come in. I believe they're just on their second stint. They're the only two cars on the lead lap. The question now is, how much can those tires really hang on to? Snyder still not clear of Harold Wilson. Wilson just right there lurking behind as we come to 17 laps to go here. And not only that, people now coming out of pit road, and of course they're approaching back markers. They are gonna have some lapped traffic here. Harold just has to get a good enough run here going for him. Harold's closest time to a race win on an oval. Whoa! He saved it! Whoa, Harold! Contact with Charlie Jones. Jones bumped him a little bit, and that threw Wilson out of the rhythm. Oh, and you hate to see that. What I was gonna comment, the closest Harold Wilson has been to win on an oval was last season at Pocono, where he got the win taken away on the last lap, on the last turn by Davin Thornhill. Oh, and he was right there with Adam Snyder. Just the little bump from Charlie Jones is all it's gonna take for that 83 to go haywire. He managed to save it, thank goodness. Oh, but he's coming back, and he's coming back quick as Heath Williams makes some lap traffic there for them. I say this all the time, but it really is going to come down to the final laps of this race, huh? Got shooken up there by the number 3, the 83 says. Gonna shake that off myself. We're gonna get back in it and try to get this race win. It will be a win taken away by his own teammate. Will he crush the dreams of the 36, his first race win of his career? Laps slowly starting to tick down. 12 laps to go around this 1.5 mile oval. And the gap is increasing now. Snyder just has to save tires. Make sure those tires are good. And make sure they go all the way, and hope and pray to God that there is no caution thrown. 120 something laps under green. What are the chances of a yellow flag coming out here? A 2-second gap now between Snyder and Wilson. 9 laps to go. 13.5 miles of racetrack left. And we just got word there from race control, the number 2 Chevrolet of Michael Egermont and Taser Racing. Egermont will park the car into pit lane, and with just 8 laps to go, he'll say this is it, and he is going to retire the car. Safe retirement on pit road in his box. No caution. We stay green. And if you're Harold, you have to be absolutely crushing now. The gap slowly being taken away from you. As Snyder continues on the attack. Six laps to go. Just 9 miles of racing surface left before the 36 can go celebrate in victory lane for the first time. It's a 3-second gap between him and Harold Wilson in P2. Heath Williams was able to get on the lead lap, but of course still 30 seconds fully behind. He is on better tires than the both of them though. But with 5 laps to go, the possibility of that are nearly zero. What a race we have had here at Homestead. It was all a strategy call. As we are about to begin the final 3 laps of this race. Here we go. Lap 133. 3 laps to go. 4.5 miles left. What a drive it has been so far by Adam Snyder. 5 consecutive passes on the inside. all the way to the race lead. Past Zito, past Barries, past Wilson, past Williams. He has gone on an absolute run. Can't take it out of the equation though. Harold Wilson is right there. The gap has decreased. We'll see how we go for the final mile and a half left. White flag, 1 lap to go at Homestead Miami Speedway. Sponsored by Through 13 Simware. Adam Snyder in his 3rd Cup Series start. After an incredible comeback out at Las Vegas, somehow, some way, he has managed his tires perfectly. Wilson gonna try to give the last lunge that he can get, but it won't be enough. Adam Snyder will win at Homestead.
Yeah! All right.
A dominating victory at Homestead Miami Speedway from the 36 Chevrolet. Perfectly planned out strategy. Adam Snyder wins his first Shake and Bake Cup Series race. I mean, you just can't have it planned out more perfect than that. Harold Wilson, what a strong P2 finish. It will be a bottom split bandits 1-2 here at Homestead. Gino Cito, a P4 finish as well. What a performance by bottom split bandits and Team Chevy that will surely extend their team championship lead. And what a win for Adam Snyder. His 3rd Cup Series start. His first Cup Series win. And from what I am aware, first time in the Shake and Bake Cup Series history where we have had back-to-back first-time race winners. What a moment for this young stud. Perfect tire management, perfect everything. Heath Williams, big P3 finish for him, as Gino Cito will, of course, burn down the engine there of his 77 Chevy. Oh my, what an event this was. As let's get your finishing results here from Homestead Miami Speedway. Adam Snyder. What a race. What a strategy call. He wins the South Beach 200 at Homestead Miami Speedway to pick up his first win of the Shake and Bake Cup Series. Harold Wilson keeping up his title of Mr. Consistency. A P2 finish for him. He will stay in the championship lead of the driver's standpoint. 1-2-4 for bottom split bandits. Heath Williams sandwiched in the middle. Solid P3 finish for him. Gino Cito, of course, P4 to complete that amazing result for bottom split bandits. It is Christopher Barries, 5th. To round out the top 5, followed by Davin Thornhill, Noah Lane, Charlie Jones, Carter Brockmeyer, Dominic Luba. Michael Egerman will finish the race in P11 after retiring the car. With 8 laps to go, Stefan Wagner, unfortunately not able to finish this race. He will round it off with a DNF, still picking up a decent 25 points there. I mean, what an absolute show. So let's get the results here. Handed here as we take a look here at the championship standings really quickly. Who got the fastest lap of the race? We're going to find out here in just a minute. Let me update this really quickly. And let's send this over. Here are your championship results. After Homestead Miami Speedway, Charlie Jones, Gino Zito, Adam Snyder. What a move from P12 to P8 in the standings, above the hunt for the cup cut line. What an absolute performance. Let's go ahead and get started with these post-race interviews. And of course, we have to kick it off. Adam Snyder, what a win here at Homestead. Let's bring it up here.
Oh boy.
Adam, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Adam, just your third Cup Series start, coming off of an amazing comeback and a P3 result at Las Vegas. It was your best finishing result, but of course, not a better way to top that off with your first race win here at Homestead. Talk me through that strategy. You were one of the few that had it nailed to the point. You did not have to pit anymore. Talk to me through that strategy and your excitement of your first race win here at Homestead.
Yeah, well, I was coming up to the first set of pit stops there, and I was like, wait a minute. If I stretch it and pit with 1 lap of fuel left the first time in, I can make it to the end. So I just did that and just started lifting and stretching out the fuel, and I actually ran out of gas during the burnouts.
Well, there was our question to see how your tire wear and fuel management was. But talk to me what you're feeling. Just third Cup Series start. It is, I believe, the first time in the Shake and Bake Cup Series that we have had back-to-back first-time race winners. Talk to me your emotions right now getting that amazing win.
It just feels good to win one. It's mainly it's all about consistency, and I just want to be consistent. A win's great, but thank you to my team also. I think we killed it here tonight.
What an absolute performance by Bottom Split Bandits, and what an absolute performance by you as well. Nailed that strategy to perfection. Is there any final shout-outs that you would like to do today?
Just shout out to my team, and yeah, great showing, guys. Thank you.
There it is, Adam Snyder, your race winner here from under the lights at Homestead Miami Speedway, and hopefully many more to come in the future. Go celebrate that, man.
Thank you, will do.
Let's bring up here P2 finisher Harold Wilson. Solid performance by him as well. Let's bring him up here. Let's see. Harold, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Harold, once again, another great showcasing for you. Deemed worthy of still the Mr. Consistency title. Another P2 finish for you. You hold on to the championship lead. How does it feel for one of your own to get their race win here at Homestead?
Feels pretty good. We were hoping to get that BSB 1-2-3, but Gino fell off a little bit there at the end. Play the right strategy. I should have pitted on those first set of cautions, and I'd been able to race Adam a little harder there. I had to start clutching it and had to get pushed to do the burnout with him there.
Could have been a 1-2-3, but that is still a 1-2-4 for Bottom Split Bandits. What a performance for the team overall, and that will boost you guys up even further to the team championship lead. What does it mean for you as a team owner to see this team constantly improve and constantly provide good results?
Feels good. We picked up Gino last year, picked up Adam a couple races ago. Strategizing as a team. and we almost pulled it off to perfection tonight. I'm proud of the boys, and hopefully one of us get the win again next race.
I know you're known as a big road racer, but you have been so close to a win here on ovals. Hopefully, an oval win coming soon your way. Is there any final shout outs that you would like to do here tonight?
Oh, shout out to the BSB boys. C. Walker, Chris Safe Right, Will. I know y'all are out there watching tonight. Appreciate y'all tuning in every week.
Thank you for your time up here, Harold. P2 finish for you, race win for your team. Go celebrate that.
We will, man. Appreciate it.
Let's get last member here off Bottom Split Bandits up here in the commentary booth. Gino Zito, just shy of the 1-2-3 for Bottom Split Bandits. Not regardless, he's going to end up P4. Gino, can you hear us?
Yo.
Gino, what an amazing race from you. Ran on the lead there for a solid few laps on the opening stages. Fell a little short from the 1-2-3, but still, what an incredible performance as a team. Talk me through your night here at Homestead.
Beginning laps, I felt like, I was the fastest car on the track. I felt the most consistent. And I was just running good. And then my my teammate Adam and Harold came up, and they saved tires better than I did, so I let them pass. Hoping we could get the 1-2-3. But Heath beat me at the end of it, which is okay. He was just a better driver today. But I'm super proud of the team, super proud of myself, and just glad we got to be here tonight.
And next week, coming up, it is going to be Martinsville. I know it wasn't here that you got your race win, but you still have a short track win to your name in the form of Bristol in Season 1. How do you feel going to Martinsville next week?
I feel great. I love Martinsville. I love Bristol. Probably my two favorite tracks that NASCAR does in general. So I'm hoping to take the win there, but if not, just get a good finish and hopefully BSB's up there again.
Trying to go for a 2-time short track win, your 3rd win overall here in the Cup Series. What an awesome performance for the Chevrolets of Bottom Split Bandits. Is there any final shout-outs that you would like to do?
Shout out to the BSB boys tonight. We did an amazing job, perfect communication, everything strategy-wise. Shout out to, of course, God, number one, and my family, man. I wouldn't be here without them.
Nothing could go wrong for those Chevys here tonight. Congratulations on your result and your team's result. Good luck going to next week at Martinsville.
Thank you, Dwayne. You have a great rest of your night.
Thank you. Alrighty, let's bring up here Christopher Barries. He will round off your top 5 here at Homestead. And let's bring up here. Christopher, can you hear us? Let's see if we can.
Hello?
There you go. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir, I can.
Christopher, solid finish for your team. Obviously, Jet Lucky Motorsports was aiming for another win. You'll fall just short, but still, what a performance. P3 and 5. Talk me through your race here for Jet Lucky Motorsports and Team Ford.
Yeah, first thing I'd like to do is I'd obviously like to shout out Jet Lucky Motorsports as well as my teammate Heath Williams. He drove the tail off that number 1 car. I tried the best I could. I've never been too good at Homestead. It's just a matter of saving them tires and just getting it right, trying not to burn the right rears off. Fortunately, couldn't get the car to work with me. Just burned the tires up. It was just a lack of talent on my part. Luckily, though, pit strategy went good. The strategist over at Jet Lucky did me right, and that put me in a spot to get a top 5, so a good points finish for the team. I can't really be too upset about that, but we definitely were shooting for a win and 1-2 there at Homestead.
And next week at Martinsville, we saw last season Heath Williams picked up his first win at Martinsville. What does the team expect going into next week for the short track?
Yeah, actually, well, last year that was a 1-2 finish for Jet Lucky Motorsports at Martinsville, and I believe that was our first race for the team. So we're pretty strong there. We always got a good package from Ford, so we're looking to just keep or start that momentum back up there at Martinsville and see if we can get going on that win streak again.
Jet Lucky second on the standings for the team championship standings, looking to come back better than ever. What a finish for you and your teammate as well. Is there any final shout outs that you'd like to do?
Shout out Ford, shout out Target, shout out Dick Cheney, shout out Saddam Hussein.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time here, and wish you the best of luck going next week at the Martinsville.
Thanks. We'll see you next week.
See you. Alrighty, and that will pretty much do it for tonight here at Miami. What an event that was. Not a ton of action like last week at Las Vegas, but still action all around the track. Strategy was the #1 point here of Homestead. With that being said, what a race win for Adam Snyder. 3rd Cup Series start alone. Harold Wilson, P2 finish. Gino Zito, P4. Nothing could go wrong for Bottom Split Bandits here tonight. We'll see how they come back into Martinsville next week. And speaking of Martinsville, once again, tune in next week, Monday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Race 6 from the shortest track of the schedule. It's going to be a fun one to watch. But man, what a shakeup in the standings. Adam Snyder from P12 all the way to above the cut line. We'll see how the rest of the season goes as we approach the long-awaited and prestigious Coca-Cola 300 at Charlotte. That being said, that's going to be all tonight from Homestead Miami Speedway. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe to keep on with the action of Season 3. And that being said, peace out, guys. Have a good rest of your night. This is Dwayne Crespo, also known as Vibes, signing off from Shake and Bake Sim TV. We'll see you all next week, Monday night. Peace out, guys. Have a good night.